Iron Eagle, 1986, starring Louis Gossett Jr. and Jason Gedrick. Break the sound barrier. This is a standard DVD release from 2003. Louis Gossett Jr. stars as a corporal who played an officer and a gentleman in 1982 in Jason Gedrick, TV's Murder One. Air Force pilot Colonel Ted Masters, played by Tim Thomerson, is shot down over a hostile Middle Eastern country and taken prisoner. The U.S. government is powerless to negotiate his release. With time quickly running out, Masters' teenage son, Doug, takes bold action. He enlists the aid of a tough-as-nails reserve officer, and they devise a daring military rescue mission to storm the skies, exact revenge on the evil captors, and free Doug's father. Powered by dynamite aerial dogfighting sequences, a soaring rock soundtrack, and thrilling edge-of-your-seat action, Iron Eagle has something for everyone, according to Janet Maslin of the New York Times, and a Cracker Jack fighter pilot picture from Variety. There have been many comparisons made to Top Gun. I have seen Top Gun. That is actually a good movie. What are my thoughts about this? The first 20 minutes seems like it's going to be a Brat Pack feature, a la, your Breakfast Club, your something. What the hell is that? This movie, done by John Parr, something. Anyway, Man in Motion. That's it. Yeah, it starts off with your typical bullies who reads that that Doug got rejected from Air Force school, and they do something that they call Run the Snake, which is have a motorcycle stuntman face against a Cessna. And I'm like, this is just so over the top and so cheesy. First 20 minutes is, it seems like it's gonna be a Brat Pack movie with all that stuff just featured right up until when Doug goes up to a colonel that he's never seen before and says, I need your help retrieving my father from this unknown country that is supposedly Libya. And he's like, I'm not exactly going to help you. I was like, okay. I'm like, yeah, a person in a uniform is not going to help out some random graduate. And I'm like, yeah, we can all know what this is going. And then eventually they somehow with his friends manages to go through the most loosely, just like this military base with the most loose security out there. I'm like, this is more loose than Loose Lois from Family Guy. I don't know. But eventually Doug manages to show up to Chappie's base and like, so you've happened to acquire all this stuff. And he's like, yeah. Like, okay, I'm going to help you rescue your father. Just the leaps and bounds of logic in this it's so stupid but awesome at the same time. You can tell they were having a blast. This movie is something you don't take seriously. It's meant to be, it's a thrill ride. It's a 117-minute thrill ride with some good aerial dogfighting in the beginning. It's like Ted Masters eventually engages in some hostile enemies, and of course the hostile country is run by a real jerk with a somewhat cool looking mustache whose name eludes me. He's just known as the Dictator. And the place where he stays, it's almost like a Super 8, like a 2-star hotel. I'm like, hey, this actually isn't bad. It's like, this is kind of regal, but at the same time, he does get a little bit beaten up. So, the tonal shifts it's all over the place. But that's what makes it fun. It's a movie that is a time capsule of the 1980s. And of course, somehow, again, the Brat Pack manages to steal all the information, including this one dweeb with glasses manages to somehow steal all the info from a computer when a lady is distracted. I'm like, whatever. You just go with it, because And then, of course, all the aerial dogfighting happens. Uh, Including Gossett, who is firm, but he's also sympathetic. And he teaches, like, okay, I'm going to play you this tape that I created just for you. You're going to play this, like, when you enter the country, and you're going to tell them this. It is the most convenient way of exposition. And then the kid manages to destroy a whole bunch of oil reservoirs, not thinking about the international consequences. Manages to just Michael Bay himself into the country, destroys the oil reservoirs, manages to rescue his son, and then of course the dictator. Of course, he has his own plane and a whole bunch of other people. And just when it seems like that that both father and son are about to be vanquished, then comes in the last second heroes, and they save the day. And there's a big celebration, and Gossett when Gossett and Doug Masters are being debriefed, whatever, not being court-martialed, but at a hearing, he's like, you know, you've broken dozens of laws, you could go to jail for a long time. It's like, and Chappie says, no, you're going to send Doug Masters to Air Force School where he can begin his training. That'll keep his mouth shut. I'm like, okay. Whew. This movie. Can I say it's actually really enjoyable? There are plenty of flaws. There are plenty of narrative flaws with it. There are plenty of moments that just make you go, what? What the? But it's a thrill. It's a thrill-a-minute ride, literally, with illogical moments, fantastic dog fighting, and of course, the music. The music, in my opinion, is better than Top Gun. Yeah, we've heard Danger Zone. We've heard Summer Lovin'. Alright, that's Grease. You know all the other songs. You know them, but my God, they just certainly play to death. Instead, we get James Brown. We get, you know, all the glam metal bands. You know, I actually like this one more. It fits more the goofier nature of this movie. Never say die, Iron Eagle. Never give up, never do. Thank you, King Cobra. Heard that one on the Monsters of Rock radio network, the theme song. You know, I actually want to check out this movie. Never have, and it's like, you know, I enjoy it. The soundtrack actually complements the action more, because it's, people are going to say, oh, it's a Top Gun ripoff. Yeah, there's going to be aerial dogfighting, but this one's more of a character-based, more of a narrative. It's more character-driven, if you can say that. It's like, yeah, you're going to have some moments of stupidity, but you know what? You put this on after you've had a lousy day. You have a beer, you have some nachos, and you just turn your mind off for 20 minutes. Just be like, you know what? It's sadly, it's like you're just thinking, this is a sadly forgotten franchise, and people need to watch it more. Or at least the first one. I can't say about the other three, but overall, it's a good fun. It's a good fun ride, and I recommend it. Of course, Gossett is the star of the show. He does an all right job, but you can tell when you load the menu. There's the artwork, the standard artwork. Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, what does it contain? Disc, poster, break the sound speed barrier, excuse me. 28 different scenes. Overall, both movies were made around the same time. But you know what? I actually had a little bit more trouble sitting through Top Gun. This one I had a lot of fun with. Both are great, but overall, I am going to give this one a 3 out of 5 stars. So if you get the chance, catch it on wherever it's streaming, buy the dang DVD, give it a watch, and just enjoy Iron Eagle. Never say die.